are you ready for the last speaker of the afternoon? Let's try that again. Are you ready? Here we go. James Schleicher, husband and father, an unofficial superhero. He is a published author, life coach, and chartered financial consultant. He is a financial representative and multi-year member of the $1 Million Roundtable with Western and Southern. James, commonly known as IBB James, and founding member of the hashtag Go Lake County and Team IBB. He's a board member for the Lake Humane Society and United Way of Lake County Young Leaders. He received his undergraduate degree at Notre Dame College, and he currently lives in Kirtland. Give it up for the Cape Crusader, James Schleicher. All right, everybody on your feet. Let's get the blood moving a little bit. Everybody on your feet. On your feet. There you go. There we go. All right, cool. Fantastic. You are all much taller than me. Much taller than me. All right, cool. You can sit back down. We want to get some blood moving. You guys having fun today? You learning some stuff? All right, cool. So, first off, thank you for being here. Thank you for having the guts to be a leader, to make the choices that have led you to this moment. Also, I want to say a special thank you to my buddy Gary over there. Give it up for Gary. And give it up for your teachers and all the leaders that made this happen today. Give it up. Give it up. All right. Very good. I look silly. What? All right. So let's review what the mission has been thus far. So we came here to this leadership summit. Talk about leadership. Get our lead on, bro. All right? So first off, President Tressel, he talked about act on your sense of impending greatness. How awesome is that? Dr. Farmer said, command your future. Demand your future. Derek McDowell talked about care in a very unique way. But he talked about how care is one of the strongest muscles you can flex. So get in the empathy gym and get jacked. Carmela Williams talked about who you are in your natural state will always be enough. We try, especially in the social media age, we try to cover up who we really are every day for no other reason than we're afraid of what other people might think of us. Okay? So be your natural self, but she talked about also grow on that foundation. Always be growing your natural self. Christopher Milo, the Mohawk man. So jealous, I want a Mohawk. But he said there's 3 things that he heard every single day. You wouldn't, you shouldn't, and you couldn't. They talked about how perception is not reality. What other people think of you is opinion, not fact. Does that make sense? Yes. All right? Especially when you leave here and you're all excited, like, I'm going to be a leader, this is awesome. We're going to lead. Are there going to be people in your family, your friends, back at school, even some of your teachers who are like, whoa. Where is this coming from? Do not hit the brake once you start going forward with your leadership. All right? You need to help each other. You need to be there for each other because leadership is one of the most difficult things that you will ever have to choose to do. The manufacturing panel, Kathy said, I refuse to be categorized. Raise your hand if you want to refuse to be categorized. Get them up, come on. Can you categorize, can you put a leader in a box where they break out of it? Will they find a way out? Yes. The other gentleman on the panel talked about treat people fairly. Is it hard to treat people fairly sometimes? A lot of times, especially when you're running low on pizza and you see the person next to you has 5 pieces of pizza. I got nothing. All right? And he also said,
Be the best at what you do. Great. Any of you in the front row give a job or anything? Are you employed? Do you have chores at home? Do you have chores? What's a chore that you have to do? Laundry. Anybody else have to do laundry as well? All right. Thank you. What's your name? Give it up for Morgan. Give it up for Morgan. She does laundry like a leader. So, chores, mundane tasks, stupid jobs that you don't want to be in forever. Should you drag yourself through it, or should you be the best at it? All right. Thank you. The people who are looking for the best of the best will notice. If you do the best at laundry, will that carry over and translate into everything else you do in life? Well, not if you suck at laundry and don't be a leader about it. Everything you do at your best now, in whatever it is, will carry over to the next step. Judge Baldwin, the first, she proved that anything is possible regardless of what anybody says or anybody does around you. She also talked about you shouldn't be the smartest person in your circle of friends. It's been said many times by much smarter people than I. Who you surround yourself with, the 5 closest people to you, you will become them. Your leadership ability, the amount of money you make in life, where you live, the choices you make, will be a reflection of the 5 closest people to you. Does that make sense? I've had to fire some of the closest people to me, and it hurt my heart very bad. Because I'm a friend bear, which I will show you shortly. But I had to make some tough choices. Do leaders have to make tough choices? Yes. Constantly. Steve Pelton talked about you are your brand. And your brand's always evolving. So, social media. What's your name, miss? This is Emma. Give it up for Emma! Yeah, Emma Blunder. So Emma, right now you're very attentive. I'm like, Emma is a leader. She is awesome. I cannot wait to help her and promote her and whatever she wants to do the rest of her life. And then maybe we connect on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is. What she's putting out on social media, will that possibly, if it's negative and it's non-leadership material that she's putting out a negative brand, have I now been forced to change my mind as to being able to support her? Okay? But you're not like that. You got an awesome personal brand. I love it. All right. So, moving on. All right. There is a quiz that I took after Derek gave his presentation. I am Friend Bear. I love friends. Let's be friends. All right. So, I'm going to dare you to go back and be leaders. And I'm going to dare you to keep the promise that you make to yourself today and from here on out. So please repeat after me. I promise. Take action. On one idea. From today. Oh my goodness. So, I need you to put one idea into action. Has this been overwhelming in a good way? You're like, I have 27 pages of notes back there that I can barely read because I'm trying to write so fast. Take one thing and make it happen. Also, when you go back, anybody heard the term mentorship? Okay? Can I take someone under your wing? Your leadership sidekick. Find someone that you believe in and help them be a leader as well. So if you are responsible for someone else's leadership growth, will that force you to get better as a leader yourself? Yes. Hot diggity dog. All right, perfect. We're moving. All right, pop quiz. College credit. Kidding. Who makes your decisions? Who makes your decisions? What's your name? All right, Emily. Does Emily make her decisions? All right, what's your name, sir? Carter. Carter, do you make your decisions? Carter makes his decisions. Give it up, everybody. All right. Yes. All right. Good job. Thank you. Extra credit right there. Stickers. The number one thing is if you are going to be a leader, and the second you leave here, you need to take ownership of your decisions. Have you ever blamed something on someone else? Okay? It's normal. You don't want to look bad. I don't want my personal brand to look bad, bro. Alright? Are leaders focused on intentions or actions? Okay. LeBron James, you heard of him? I'm just finding out about this guy. He's great. Okay? Is he known for what he intended to do with his basketball career? Is he known for what he meant to do in the community in Akron? He's known for what he actually shut up and went and did. Very few people can back up their words, but you have to own your decisions, and you have to stop needing to be your best you and just do it. So, what we call reasons, others call excuses. Who said that?
Excuses.
All right. Give it up for excuses! Yes, I love them. So I'm going to use myself as an example. Raise your hand if you are habitually late like myself. You're late for everything. Oh, man. All right. Okay, hands down, please. Okay. Hands down, hands down. And then all of a sudden, oh, traffic. Oh, this. I had to do this last minute. Oh, like I couldn't sleep. Oh, I just had to beat this last level of Fortnite. Blah, 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 right? That's been my excuse to my wife. Oh, just finishing the level. Finishing the level. Okay? All right, stay with me. Stay with me. Almost done. Almost home. Stop stressing yourself out, making excuses, what we think to ourselves sound like perfectly good reasons. Oh, I couldn't listen to the last speaker because, dude, I was so bored. I couldn't listen to the last speaker because I just didn't get enough pizza, bro. All right? Every moment's a leadership moment. Leadership is choices. Is there an age requirement to lead? No. So you right now can just lead? Oh man, cool. All right, so there's no age requirement. That's good. Personal paper, I need two volunteers. I need you two to come up here, please. Hustle, go. All right. And you're going to get a signed copy of my book as a reward. It's not college credit, but it's close. All right, so there's Carter, correct? So Carter's holding a diploma, a degree, and a certification. It was Emily. All right, there's Emily. Okay. Emily has her resume. Are these two, Carter and Emily, your fellow leaders? Yes. Are they powerful people? Can they do? The answer is yes. All right. Do people hide behind? Have you ever heard someone? Does everybody know what a resume is, or you've heard of it? I'm old, and all my fellow old people love to tell me, James, I just got to get my resume ready. I just got to update my resume, then I'll follow my dreams and be a leader. I'll follow my dreams when I update my resume. I just haven't done it for 3 years. Okay? Drives me insane. So, we're going to prove that the person, Carter and Emily, are more powerful than the paper. Are you guys ready? I need you to count them down from 3, and I want you to rip them in half. And I'm going to rip this business card. People have behind their business card, their position all the time. Ready? 1. All right, count us down. I jump the gun. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Give it up! All right. Here you go. Two girls. Yeah, all right. All right, here we go. Wrap it up. Stop hiding behind your excuses. Stop hiding behind pieces of paper that you think you need to have to be your awesome self. Keep in mind as you leave, what have you been through? How you react to things determines everything. Who's it all for? Do you want to be successful and alone? Do you want to be leaders are not alone because people flock to them. People who don't have others in mind and don't treat people fairly do not have anybody around them when they need them. Legacy. The judge talked about this. How do you want to be remembered? This last little tidbit. I spent thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Top 6% in the world in what I do. And I started in my grandma's basement with $18 and 50 grand in student loan debt, which is awesome. This is what I've come up with. Ready? All right, here we go. Ready? Ready? Hold slow. I am now my future self. My future self, hopefully, has hair. And it's still slightly gray. My challenge to you that I will end on is you need to tie every single action you take to your future self, who you envision yourself to be. For me, this was just a crazy idea, and Amazon is one click away from a wig. So here we are. But I looked in the mirror and I asked myself every morning, what do I regret? What does James Schleicher's future self regret? One of the first things was I wish I spent more time with my family. I'm happy to say that 2018 has been a record year for me and my wife. When I was telling about we're having a record year, her comment to me was, and you've been home way more. Because I was able to step back from the day-to-day grind and really focus on what mattered. The second thing, when I asked myself, what do you regret? Future Jake Schleicher and your weird wig. I wish I took better care of myself. I've lost 40 pounds since this time last year. Yeah? Thank you. All right. Apparently, eating ice cream every day isn't good for your health. Apparently. So, whatever works for you. Listen to me, last thing. Leaders get made fun of. Leaders get ridiculed. Leaders get taken advantage of because they're willing to do the things most people aren't willing to do. But I will tell you, first 5 years of my business, I was made fun of. Everybody said should, wouldn't, could. My grandma cried when I told her what I was going to do. Why don't you use your degrees? You're living in my basement. I'll never get out. What you are made fun of for now, you will be praised for forever. I'm going to say that one more time. Let it sink in. What you are made fun of for now, you will be praised for forever. There's a line in one poem that defines my life. It's called Success by Ralph Waldo Emerson. The line is to know even one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is to have succeeded. So I dare you to keep your promises to yourself, and I dare you to go back and make one life easier because you lived, but more importantly, because you led. Thank you. You enjoyed it.